Welcome to Heaven Awaits. I'm Lee, and I narrate stories that change lives. From near-death experiences that offer a glimpse beyond the veil, to powerful personal testimonies of those who found God when everything seemed lost. These are real encounters with the divine, shared to inspire hope and healing. If these stories speak to your soul, please like, subscribe, and tap the bell. It's free and helps others find this message. Now, get comfortable, grab a cup of coffee or tea, and join me for today's powerful journey. I had everything planned out. The date, the method, the letters. Spent months thinking about it, going over every detail. From the outside, my life probably looked okay. Decent job, small apartment, friends who'd hit up bars on weekends. But inside, man, I was drowning. And nobody knew I'd already stopped trying to swim. Started small, just bad days here and there. Everyone gets sad sometimes, I kept telling myself. But those bad days turned into bad weeks, then bad months. Before I knew it, I was 28 and couldn't remember the last time I felt anything. Just empty, like someone had pulled the plug and all the color drained out of everything. The weird thing about being in that dark place is how much sense it all makes. In your head, anyway. You start thinking you're doing everyone a favor, that you're fixing a problem, not making one. I had it all written out, bank stuff, passwords, even picked out music for the service. I was crazy calm about the whole thing, like I was planning a vacation or something. Depression's a real piece of work. It talks to you in your own voice, uses your own thoughts against you, shows you everything you've screwed up, everyone you've let down. And it's smart. It edits your memories. All the good stuff gets fuzzy, but every mistake, crystal clear. By the time I was making my plans, I honestly couldn't remember being happy. Everything was just gray. The food tasted like cardboard. Music was just noise. And laughing, that was something other people did. December 1st, 2023. Random Friday. Nothing special, except I decided it would be my last day. Went to work like normal, smiled at people, grabbed lunch with Tyler. He asked if I was okay and said I seemed off lately. I laughed and said I was just tired. I had gotten good at lying, had this whole fake version of myself I'd put on every morning like a uniform. Show up to work, crack jokes, and go to happy hour. Nobody knew that getting out of bed felt impossible. Nobody knew I'd stopped making plans for next week, next month, next year, because I figured I wouldn't be around. Left work early, told my boss I had a headache, drove home with the radio off, got to my apartment and just sat on my couch, staring at nothing. Everything was ready. Everything was set. Just had to do it. Stupid thing I remember. I'd cleaned everything, did all the dishes, made the bed, and threw out old food from the fridge. Didn't want whoever found me to deal with a mess. Weird what goes through your head, right? Then my phone rang. It was Mom. Third time she'd called that day. Almost didn't answer, but something made me pick up. "Honey, this is gonna sound weird," she said, "but I need to tell you something." I was already making excuses to hang up. "Mom, I had this dream about you last night." She cut me off. "You were on this cliff, and I couldn't reach you. Then this voice told me to call you, to tell you you're not alone." I couldn't talk. My throat just closed up. "Michael, you there?" "Yeah," I managed to get out. "I don't know what's going on." Her voice was shaking. "But whatever you're thinking, please don't. Just come home. Right now. Get in your car and come home." I wanted to lie. Say everything was fine. But her voice, she knew. Somehow, she knew. "Mom." And then I lost it. Just completely broke down. Crying, couldn't breathe, the works. Years of holding it all in just came pouring out. "I'm coming," she said. "Stay put. I'm coming to you." She drove 3 hours in the rain, stayed on the phone the whole time, just talking. Random stuff about when I was little, how I used to build these huge Lego cities. I was always making up stories. Told me about my first day of kindergarten, how I walked in like I owned the place, about the time I tried to bring home every stray cat in the neighborhood. "Remember that story you wrote when you were 10?" she said. "About the astronaut who was scared of the dark? He finds out stars are just night lights God put up for scared people? You gave it to me for Mother's Day. Still have it." That hit me hard. I'd forgotten about that story. I had forgotten. I used to be that kid who thought God hung up night lights. When she got to my apartment, she didn't say anything. Just hugged me. One of those mom hugs that makes you feel like a little kid again. Safe. We sat on my kitchen floor and cried until we couldn't anymore. That night, she helped me flush everything. All of it. Gone. Then she packed my stuff and took me home. For 2 weeks, she didn't leave me alone. Not in an annoying way, just there. We watched dumb movies, cooked together, went on walks. She didn't push me to talk, but when I was ready, she listened. We did this massive puzzle, 10,000 pieces of the Grand Canyon. Took us forever. Something about finding pieces that fit, making something cool out of a mess of pieces. I don't know. It helped. She'd make hot chocolate with tons of marshmallows, like when I was sick as a kid. We'd sit at the table working on the puzzle, and slowly, I started talking. Told her about feeling like a failure. 28, still single, same crappy job since college, tiny apartment. All my friends were getting married, buying houses, and having kids. Felt like I was losing some race I never even entered. One day on a walk, she told me more about the dream. Said right before I jumped, in the dream, this angel showed up. Not like a Christmas card angel, just this bright presence that said, "Call him now. He has work to do." Sounded pretty out there to me. I wasn't religious. Got baptized at 13 because that's what you did, but hadn't been to church since. "Know what time I called?" she asked. "Like 5:30? 5:33, she said. I checked when I woke up. 5:30. Took me 3 minutes to get the nerve to call. That freaked me out. 5:33 was exactly when I'd planned to. I hadn't told her that. Hadn't told anyone. Mom talked me into seeing someone. A therapist. Yeah, but also she wanted me to meet her pastor. "Just once," she said. "What's it gonna hurt?" Pastor David wasn't what I expected. He wasn't this holier-than-thou pastor. He just sat and listened to me spill the beans about my depression, about wanting to end it all. "Been there," he said. "Different story. Same darkness. Same lie that everyone would be better off without me." He told me about losing his brother in Afghanistan. Survivor's guilt that ate him up. The night he sat in his garage with the car running, the door closed. His dog, this goofy golden retriever, wouldn't stop barking until the neighbors called the cops. "Thought it was dumb luck," he said. "Now I know better. Sometimes God works through dreams, sometimes through dogs, sometimes through moms who call at exactly the right time." We talked for hours, not about God at first, just about hurting so bad you can't see straight, about depression, lying to you with your own voice. Then, slowly, about the purpose, about maybe being kept here for a reason. "Know what helped me?" he said. Realizing my worst moment could help someone else, that the thing that almost killed me could save someone else's life. Started therapy after that, real therapy with someone who knew their stuff. Finally went on meds too, which I'd been fighting forever. Thought it meant I was weak or broken. Also started going to David's church. Not every week at first, just sometimes. Sat in and ducked out before anyone could corner me. But I kept going back. Maybe the music. Maybe David's sermons felt more like conversations. Maybe how people smiled without wanting anything. Or maybe that feeling that Mom's dream wasn't just a dream. This old lady, Margaret, sat in front of me every week. Always gave me butterscotch candies. One Sunday, she turned around and said, "Been praying for you." "You don't even know me," I said. "Don't need to. God knows you." 3 months in, I stayed for coffee hour. Met this guy James who ran a depression support group. His wife died of cancer. He spent 2 years in the darkness. Thing about hitting bottom, he said, is you appreciate daylight differently than other people. We've been through hell, means we can sit with others in their hell, 'cause we know the way out. 6 months later, I got baptized. Coming up out of that water, I thought about that night in December, how I'd been drowning, and somehow, Mom's intuition, God, whatever, I got pulled back up. David asked if I wanted to share my story. Wasn't ready then, but I wrote it down. Kept writing, actually. Started a blog about mental health and faith, about how God doesn't always fix the storm. Sometimes he just sits with you in it. It has been almost 2 years now. Wish I could say it's been easy. It hasn't. Still have bad days. Still take my meds. Still see my therapist. But now I know the darkness lies. Got tools to fight it. And I really believe I'm here for a reason. Went back to school. Got my counseling degree. Quit the soul-sucking job. Scary as hell, starting over at 29. But it was a different kind of scared. This was being scared because I had something to lose. I volunteer at a crisis hotline now, 2 nights a week. The calls I get, man, they're me 2 years ago. Same pain, same certainty that ending it is the only option. And every time, I get to be the voice saying, I hear you. I've been there. It gets better. There's this script we're supposed to follow and questions to ask. But sometimes I just say, look, I know it's 3 and you're sitting there thinking this is it. I know 'cause I've been there. But let me tell you about this dream my mom had. Got a letter last month. Handwritten, no return address. Just said, you talked to me 6 months ago. Didn't think anyone understood. You saved my life. Thanks. Keep that letter in my wallet. On bad days, I pull it out. Remember why I'm still here. Why Mom got that dream. Why I answered the phone. That December night, I thought I was ending my story. Turns out I was 3 hours from missing the whole point. My story wasn't supposed to end in that apartment. It was supposed to keep going. Supposed to help other people write theirs. Still don't get everything about faith. Still wonder why God lets people hurt that bad. But something bigger than me stepped in that night. Call it whatever. God, an angel, love, whatever. It saved me. Now I get to help save others. David was right. My pain became somebody else's survival guide. Worst night of my life became the best work I've ever done. That's not a coincidence. That's the purpose. That's the work from Mom's dream. I'm still single, still in an apartment. But I'm not behind anymore, 'cause I finally figured out there's no race. Just life. Messy and hard and totally worth it. Got a dog now, rescue mutt who knows when I'm struggling. Got friends who actually check in. Got work that matters. And I got faith. Not the easy kind from when I was 13. The kind you earn by wrestling with God and losing, and finding out losing was actually winning. The kind where you learn angels don't always have wings. Sometimes they look like moms who call at exactly the right time. My name's Michael, and I'm still here. Still fighting. Still breathing. Still grateful my mom listened to that voice. If you're reading this and you're in that dark place, the voice telling you nobody cares, it's lying. You matter. You're needed. You've got work to do. Make the call. Send the text. Choose to stay. Your story's not over. And if you love someone in that dark place, trust your gut. Make the call. Show up. You might be the angel they need. You might be part of their testimony someday. Grace shows up in weird ways. Dreams, dogs, phone calls at exactly the right time. But it always shows up. I cannot believe that I have been sitting on these stories for years. I never thought that they served much of a purpose when I set up that filter in my email to filter out stuff that didn't contain NDEs. I am here to say to all of those who have sent me your stories, I am truly sorry. I should have read them and at least replied to them. And Michael, I have been where you were. I know that voice all too well. I hope that you are still around and still living.